How's it going, boys, girls, and squirrels? Huge day for the Avatar community. Huge, stressful day for the Avatar community, because nobody really knows how this thing's going to shake out. Netflix's live-action Avatar adaptation has had such a roller coaster of a build-up that the controversy surrounding this show is almost as entertaining as the original series itself. First, the creators of the original series left the production due to creative differences, which was wild. But then a few months ago, Netflix dropped a trailer for the series, and it got everybody, decently hyped about it. A lot of people thought it looked pretty good. Then Netflix kept releasing trailers for the series, and they really shouldn't have done that. Clips of Zuko looking silly in some Earthbender bazaar, clips of Aang fighting Boomy in a nearly one-to-one recreation of the original fight from the series, all started circulating online. All of it looked incredibly rough. People's excitement for this show was at an all-time high when that first trailer released, but when Netflix needed it most, it vanished. Here's my situation. I don't have super high hopes for the show, but I will never lie to you. I have never thought any of the trailers have ever looked good. I've thought that the show looked bad right from the jump. I never go into any show wanting to dislike it. If there's more good Avatar content to be found, I want to find it. Danny, what are you talking about? Are you even a real Avatar fan? Am I a real Avatar fan? You could say I'm kind of an Avatar fan. This was the worst purchase I've ever made. I've had this for 6 months, and that's the only song I know. But if I put in enough videos, I can call it a tax write-off. I love Avatar. I don't think that this show looks good, but I am very willing and open for it to change my mind. And I'm very hopeful that it changes my mind. So, let's see. Let's see if it does. This is like a crazy opening, this series, right? This is not how I expected the first episode to open. This looks like the wrong episode. This looks like the wrong show. This is not supposed to look this good. I saw the King Boomy clip. Yo, I'm gripped. I'm floored right now. This random Earthbender is putting in the performance of a lifetime here. This looks fucking spectacular. This looks outrageously good.
Get that to the Earth King. They're going to start a war.
Yo! Oh, that's sick! He stole Sozin's war plans! This is such a good idea for the opening of this series. This immediately sets up so much tension. There's so much desperation and grittiness and, authenticity all in this opening. Where was any of this in any of the advertising material? Where was this shit in any of the marketing? All of the sets, costumes, and effects look so real and gritty. It makes all the trailers look like fan films. I'm how far are we? It's been 2 minutes. I'm so immediately and aggressively immersed in this world in a way that none of the trailers even got close to doing. My big thing was that everything in the trailers looked like cosplay. All the choreography looked whack. This looks gorgeous. I love the colors. The cinematography is real sharp and real intense. Dude, this fight also goes absurdly hard. I can't believe how immediately this show is winning me over. It's so good. This is so good. I can't wait until the entire cast is replaced with children and it immediately loses me.
That means all eyes will be on the Earth Kingdom. All eyes but ours.
Dude, stop it. This is so good. That's so sick. He had the Earth Kingdom thinking he was headed there first, so that the air nomads would be completely defenseless. What a good addition. So Zin, more like so sick. Because this dude's fucking on top of it. I like how this dude's like flabbergasted that Sozin's using firebending right now. Oh, why is my hand burning? What are you, some kind of fire wizard? This is like a crazy opening to this series, right? Okay. Holy shit, the jokes are over. That was hardcore. Him combusting wasn't even what blew me away. It was seeing his charred corpse thud to the ground that really did it.
This isn't about the Airbenders. This is about one who lives among them, the only one who could possibly stand in our way.
But the Avatar is yet to be revealed.
This guy looks like a fucking doofus. What is this guy, Sozin's Royal Pinata? This is the only costume so far that has looked stupid as hell. Sozin looks great though. I'm trying not to get used to him, or anyone in this scene, for obvious reasons, but like, Sozin's sick. It's really cool to see him. This whole opening is spectacular. Is this show actually really good? Because so far, it's really good.
Water. Earth.
Whoa, okay, we're making some decisions here. Conceptually, I like this a lot. This is really, really cool. I like seeing each bender in their element, pun intended, feel free to unsubscribe. I don't like that it kind of looks really bad. I'm not even talking about the bending. Like, for some reason, the elements are like the only thing that looks real in this scene. All of the people look fake. It's the people that look whack. Everyone looks so rubbery. Like, this looks like a PS3 cutscene for some reason, which isn't like, this isn't really a complaint. It's more of like an observation. Like, it's just funny that out of everything going on, the only thing that's real looks fake.
The one person with the ability to master all four elements and protect the delicate balance between nations.
This is pretty sick. I like seeing some Kyoshi action. This is also like a cool extension to like the classic OG intro. She's kind of just like doing some nonsense in a field though, isn't she? Like, that's kind of silly. I don't know, I guess she's training or something, but like still, you know, she's kind of just like showing off to nobody. Also, like, I don't mind that Katara's not the one giving this spiel. I'm sure people mind, and I won't even fault you for that, because I get it. It's like iconic that Katara is the one doing it, and if you're gonna get not Katara to do it, it'd be cool to get Mae Whitman to do it, you know, just as like a little nod to the original. I don't care. I'm sure people do. This kid has the craziest fucking eyelashes. This kid has an Akaza amount of eye fur. There ain't a grain of sand on earth that would dare and try and get in this kid's eye. What is this kid, part camel? His eyelashes are beautiful.
There's much you have to learn. And believe it or not, there may come a day when you wish you'd spent more time with your teachers.
Remember when everybody was making jokes about Walker Scobell's head bobble in the Percy Jackson show? Like how Percy over-dramatically bobbed his head with every word that he said? Monk Gyatso looks like he taught the goddamn masterclass on that method of acting.
All of them.
Come on, Aang! They're right up there!
Man, the art direction in this show is really cool. This, like, location looks super impressive artistically. Like, it's every scene, every, like, setting we've seen so far, I have wanted to know more about and explore, which is, like, gigantic praise coming from me. It's gigantic praise because I have seen hundreds of, like, fake CGI backgrounds, and they just, like, kind of like I'm just numb to them. Like, I just don't care. This is truly, genuinely, like, one of the only times I've ever seen, like, a big fake CGI town or city and been like, wow, I want to walk around and explore that. I promise, I know how it sounds. I know it sounds like I'm, like, shilling for this show right now. I'm so impressed with the art direction, because the opening scene also looked phenomenal. It's okay, I have criticisms too, I'm just kind of like holding my tongue to see if they get resolved before I bring them up.
Well, the last one was 100 years ago, and believe it or not, I'm actually not old enough to have seen that.
Could have fooled me.
You little shit! Just fucking sucks the air out of Aang's lungs.
The next Avatar was born into the following nation in the eternal cycle, so after Yang Chen's death came Kuruk of the Water Tribes.
A man who goofed up so hard, he fucking died. The man goofed himself to death. Kuruk died at age 33. You wanna know how old Kyoshi was when she died? 230. You wanna know how old Yang Chen was when she died? 155. By the way, I love that Monkiatsu is like reinforcing a relationship between Aang and Yang Chen. The original show never really explored the fact that Aang should have like a deep appreciation for Yang Chen, considering that she was the last airbending avatar in existence. Or like the last avatar who was born into airbending culture. And like, isn't that crazy? Aang was always going on about how sad he was that his people and culture were exterminated, but fully could just like ring up a past air nomad whenever he wanted and never did. No, sorry, he did once, but only after he was done talking to literally every other avatar.
You are the Avatar. The Fire Nation is embarked on a dark path.
That was rough. That's the director's fault, though. Like, no child has ever responded to any news that way. No kid has ever given a look like that before. At least tell him to not move his eyes around so much.
You're to leave right away so you can begin training in the other disciplines.
Right away? Leave my friends? Leave home? Leave you?
Yeah, it, like, doesn't feel like a kid enough, you know? It doesn't feel like kid dialogue. It doesn't feel like a kid's response. Like in the original, Aang gets like closed off, like he kind of shuts down and gets moody when they tell him about all this. And then it isn't until he's like eavesdropping on Monkiatsu and everybody talking about how he's going to have to leave his friends and family that he like goes on this big tirade. And I get that we're kind of condensing that, like we're kind of speed running this revelation for him, but like I don't know, give him a few more, like, emotions to work with. Have him be like, wait, what do you mean, leave my friends? He feels like a child imitating how an adult would respond to this situation. It doesn't have the, like, childlike energy of the original.
I don't want the power.
Which is why you will make a great Avatar.
That's a great line. By the way, are Monkiatsu's eyebrows also tattooed? Are they, or am I just seeing things? Is it just the lighting? Because it looks like his eyebrows are tattooed the same color as his arrow. Is that like part of becoming an airbending master that I just missed in the original? Like he's like a super master? After the arrow, they gave him some eyebrows?
Can't I just keep pretending I'm your friend?
You are my friend.
Weird of them to steal a line from Man of Steel, but use it in a context that doesn't make any sense.
Can I just keep pretending I'm your son?
You are my son.
What do you mean, can I keep pretending to be your friend? At what point in this conversation did Monkiatsu unfriend you?
Hey, Abba. Couldn't sleep either, huh?
Damn, Appa, you got jowls for days. Man, they got Appa double cheeked up and ready to munch in this adaptation. Yo, is the invasion happening right now? Is Aang gonna come back to a genocided air temple? I just realized that Sozin's comet has been in the background of every shot because today is the invasion. I knew the comet was like in the background the whole time. Somehow I didn't piece together why.
Remember, no survivors.
I want this guy to turn to the dude next to him and be like, remember, no Fire Nation. Choreographing this fight must have been so weird for everybody involved, because all of the stunt performers would have had to unlearn everything they know about stunt choreography, because in all film fight choreography, you're trying to direct the actors and the cameras in a way that hides the fact that none of the punches are making contact. But in this, everybody's still doing a bunch of punches and kicks, but we're meant to notice that they don't connect. Imagine trying to explain that to a stunt choreographer who hasn't read the script. Dude, I'm telling you, the audience is going to see that this guy isn't punching his opponent. No, I know, that's the point. We want that. Well then, what's happening between the fist and the opponent? Air. Just air. Can I talk to somebody who knows how to make some goddamn sense around here? Jesus Christ, you guys got him. He's cooked. You guys need 3 firebenders boiling this one man?
It's getting kind of rough, Papa. Maybe we should head back home.
Aang, where are you? There's like no land in sight. I gotta go somewhere to clear my head. 40 miles into the nearest ocean should do.
Right into the corner. Stay down.
Pretty wild knowing that all of these kids are about to be executed. That was some wow imagery, huh? That's some fucking like dark, intense stuff considering just how frequent school shootings are in our country. Just like the imagery of like a teacher corralling all the kids like under their desks or like into the corner away from the windows or under the windows. I forget what the window meta was back in school. And then also knowing that it's going to fail. Pretty hardcore in an like genuinely mature way that's like, you know, not as graphic as like a man getting charred alive in front of our eyes. It's just like pretty intense imagery, man, to like show the kids. Because they could have not. Like, you don't need to show, we know there's kids here, but to show them corral them into this corner was like intense. Wow, yup, got her too. Fucking good plan, bozo. You really mastered the art of diving chest first at your opponent with both hands behind your back.
It's okay, Papa!
Aang, this was a crazy move on your part. I refuse to believe you didn't literally see this storm coming a mile away. Like, how did we get from scenario A to scenario B? It's nice up here, Appa. I guess sometimes I need my head in the clouds to truly feel grounded. Hang on, Appa! I'm not gonna lose another bison tonight! Fucking good plan, bozo. What, did you expect them not to shoot fire at you while you whipped out this Fortnite taunt? Wow. That was awesome. I don't even know why the hell he's doing that, but it's the coolest thing I've ever seen. It looks like this dude is made of condensed fire and Monkeyatsu is like destabilizing him. Hey, remember that theory everybody had that Monkeyatsu took down like 30 firebenders by sucking all the air out of the room he was found in? I guess theory debunked. I mean, again, like, that just looks spectacular. Katara's outfit is, like, way too modern, though, right? It's so clean and, like, not in a good way. Like, it looks like polyester. It looks cheaply made. It looks cheaply made, but not in, like, an authentic way. Like, it looks like she got this shit off Amazon.
You okay? Oh, no. That's not good.
Oh, well, they're dead. Well, bold change from the source material. Didn't think they'd kill these two off in the first episode. But you know what? You gotta respect a show that takes risks.
We need to get that canoe or we're gonna end up as fish food.
Oh god, guys, do another take.
Katara?
what is this? Dude, what is this? Is this how they're gonna have Zuko track Aang? He's got literal Aang tracking tech. What are these statues? I guess the Fire Nation probably got them after they exterminated the Airbenders, but like, this is so silly. Oh my god, this is just as bad as the Shyamalan movie. Hey, what happened to the personality in any of the characters? Oh no. Oh no. This is a really bad scene. The changes made in this scene are so weird because all they do, every change they made, all they accomplish is stripping every character of their personality. Sokka makes no jokes this entire interaction. He also, like, doesn't hold Katara in one hand and hold a spear towards Aang with the other. So that's like both of Sokka's personality traits gone immediately. Instead, he just kinda stands there, doing literally nothing. Katara doesn't stand up to Sokka's sexism, because it doesn't exist. Her rage doesn't break Aang out of the iceberg. She's like, trying to pull a boat towards her. She's just calmly trying to pull a canoe closer to her, and that somehow accidentally breaks the ice open. Did we not learn anything from the movie? And then when Aang comes out of the ice, he says nothing. He has no line. This scene is such a great showcasing of all the characters' personalities in the original series, and unfortunately, it is here too. This is a great showcasing of none of the characters having any personality. It's also crazy that they got rid of Katara breaking Aang out of the ice via rage, because like, one of the major themes of the whole show is learning to control your emotions and how that's tied to bending. This show is about power and responsibility, and both Aang and Katara spend the entire show learning to control their temper for the sake of being responsible. Instead, nothing. This scene sets up no arcs, it does nothing for any of the characters. Wow, glad we ditched the Sokka sexism arc for that. Yeah, you guys were right. This is way more fitting for modern audiences.
It can't be.
What is it, Gran?
This is an airbender.
It's impossible. Airbenders don't exist anymore.
Gran, you stupid old bitch. Airbenders aren't real.
The only settlement in that area is Water Tribe Village in the South Pole Territory. That's where we have to go.
Man, this kid really sounds like Zuko, doesn't he? Everyone sounds at least a little bit like their original character, which is so unnecessary, but I guess a nice little detail.
You think I'm imagining things?
Sometimes light beams are nothing more than celestial glimmers in the winter sky.
Okay, I don't want to rag on the acting too much, because, like, that seems mean, but this is what I was talking about earlier in the video, where I was like, I have criticisms, but I'm hoping they'll resolve themselves. They haven't, but aside from Sozin and the Earthbender in the very beginning, who were both phenomenal, every actor sounds like they don't know what they're talking about. Every actor feels like they were just handed the script, like, seconds before they started shooting. Like, every actor is delivering lines in a way that feels uncomfortable and stiff. And it's not even, like, just the kids. Like, the kids and the adults all feel like they're uncomfortable with their lines. This is like the only thing I'll ever say about the acting, probably hopefully, because I'm like so not in the business of like bullying people at all, but like mainly bullying children. But I also don't subscribe to the idea of like seeing bad acting in a kid's thing and being like, well, they're children, of course they're bad actors. Like, what about Game of Thrones? What about Stranger Things? Like, there are so many. What about the original Harry Potter movies? There are so many properties where the child actors are giving really impressive, convincing performances. And also, like, I don't want anyone to think I am ragging on the kids, because I also think it's the director's fault. If all of these actors are delivering their lines in a way that feels unnatural, it's gotta be the director, because it's not the writing's not bad, and there's no way a better director couldn't get better performances out of these actors. And it, like, does matter because it, like, I can't imagine getting really sucked in to any of the scenes emotionally if the lines are all delivered like it's like community theater. You know what I mean? Like when Aang is like crying with Monk Gyatso, it's like sad in concept, but I'm like, yeah, I'm not really getting sucked in. Meanwhile, the first 5 minutes of this show, that Earthbender is such a great action actor. Like, that dude's giving great, desperate facial performances. Sozin is delivering his lines in a way that feels natural. And, like, I was gripped. I was sucked in. Ever since then, I'd say every actor has felt wildly unconvincing to me, and I really think it's either like they didn't have enough time to rehearse in pre-production, or something's up with the director.
That's not strange at all.
He is an airbender.
Hey, remember when Zahir had to adopt a whole set of beliefs and watch his girlfriend's fucking head explode in order to fly? Remember how there were only 2 airbenders in recorded history who could fly because it's such a powerful attribute? That was cool. You know, kinda makes you wonder, if airbenders can fly, why didn't they fly away from the firebenders?
Sky Bison.
Oh yeah, that's a sky bison. I guess you guys can start calling me the cool kid now.
Water, earth, fire, air. Long ago, the 4 nations lived together in harmony.
Lady, it's fine. It's cool. We already did this. You're good.
Only the Avatar, master of all 4 elements, could stop them. But when the world needed him most...
Lady, seriously, it's okay. This speech does not work as regular dialogue.
I'm sorry. Believe me, I know how hard it is to lose the people you love.
But do you know how hard it is to lose all of the people you love? And hate? And just know?
Everyone. Afterwards, our father set out with the other warriors to hunt down the firebenders.
Looked like Aang was about to say something, then Katara cut him off. Man, that's really... Oh, you're still going.
He had left Sokka in charge. And he just turned 13. Guess he had to grow up fast. We all did.
Man, that's tough. You know, it sounds like you should, I don't know, take her penguin sledding or something. You know, like to show that you're not just the return of the Avatar, but also the return of childlike wonder and happiness in a war-torn world. You know, something? Could you at least be the return of personality to this war-torn show?
I knew he was hiding something. When the world needed the Avatar the most, he vanished. Because he's a coward.
Something tells me Gran gives that monologue pretty frequently. Aw shit, Sokka's gearing up! I'm excited to see how good the child actors are at fight choreography, because the Percy Jackson show genuinely did impress me with how good Walker Scobell was at, like, fight acting. Pretty good. I'm satisfied. That all looked fine to me. I'm impressed with the bending and action sequences of this show, because what I saw in the trailers was not good at all. This has all been very exciting. It's all looked very good. It, like, yeah, no complaints, really. Holy shit, I thought this kid was gonna skewer somebody. I'd love for this silly, goofy fight scene to cut to somebody being like, Oh, he got me. Oh, he got me specifically. Oh, what the hell? Why is he the only one not throwing snowballs?
No one has ever fought for me before. I think you're the bravest person I've ever met.
You know, Sokka, maybe we both can be the cool kid. Every now and then, Aang's actor gives this look that's so like, yeah, that's right, I'm the fucking Avatar. You know what Aang's character is missing? The charisma that Luffy's character had in the One Piece live-action show. Luffy was so alive in that show. He was so full of charm and energy, and it's all things that Aang should have and just doesn't.
It only matters how it can end. And the belief is that by capturing you, the Fire Nation can finally bring that about.
This is a great addition. I love them showing Iroh's perspective on the capturing and killing of Aang's situation. I buy that this is Iroh's perspective. Like, I buy at least season 1 Iroh would be like, if killing one child can bring the end to this 100-year-long war, then we should kill that child. I like that he genuinely wants an end to the war, but only sees that happening realistically by the Fire Nation winning.
Is that what you believe?
I must leave.
Damn, he fucking rocked him with that one. Many believe that this war can come to an end through the capture and execution of the Avatar. Is that what you believe? I don't know! In the same way that I criticized the Aang and Monkiatsu conversation for not feeling like child acting or dialogue, this doesn't feel like adult acting. I don't buy that Iroh's response to this would be so cartoonishly like, I'm going to betray the Fire Nation. Like, I don't know, say something wise. Like, Aang didn't even really say anything. You didn't expect this kid to, like, put up a fight for his life? Like, he got so rattled at that. I just realized his staff isn't a glider in this show. There's no... It's like a solid stick all the way around on both sides. There's nowhere for the wings to come out of. Weird addition, but I guess when he can just already fly, what does he need a glider for?
Stop! Stop him!
Oh, never mind, the wings come out with nanobots. There was no room for the wings in the close-up of the glider we saw earlier, right? Like, it was wholly just a stick earlier.
Let's go.
Jesus Christ, how did you guys make a skeleton look graphic? Seeing his jaw broken to the side like that and some of his spine, like, sticking out through his clothes made this way more hardcore than any skeleton I've ever seen before. That's kind of sick. I like that the glow, like, flows through the patterns of his tattoos. That's super cool.
So not to be rude, but what was that?
Not rude. Super reasonable question. Kid turned into a flying lamp and then devoured some of a building.
How we do anything to get it back.
Zuko angrily doodling a picture of Aang for his literal vision board is so funny. Zuko finally found the Avatar, and the first thing he did was run straight to Pinterest. And that is episode 1 of the live-action Avatar: The Last Airbender series. Here are my thoughts. I think 7 out of 10 is so reasonable to the point that it's almost objective. The changes they made are so stupid. The changes they made are really bad. The additions they made are really good. The changes they made are they're so fascinating because they're so Shyamalan-esque. Like, I don't understand what's happening behind the scenes of these shows. They've stripped all the characters of their personality. All the acting is so stiff and lifeless. The fights look great. The opening 5 minutes are like some of the best opening 5 minutes I've seen in my entire life. The special effects, very impressive. Like, they're a lot better looking than what we saw in the previous trailers. The sets are amazing. Everything in the North Pole, or the South Pole, looks fantastic. For some reason, that especially, all looked great. Here's the thing, too. You, have to compare it to the original. Because, when there's just a better version of, a thing, how are you not going to? When this does the Aang coming out of the iceberg scene, and there is, a beat-for-beat, way better way to do it, how am I gonna sit here and, just pretend that there isn't? Like I said, it's weird because the additions they've made are really strong. The invasion of the air temple's really good. A lot of the, badass moments are very badass. It wasn't until we started getting back on book that things got worse. Which is funny because that's like the reverse issue of most adaptations, where like the second they go off book, things get bad. Which is why I'm like, what's happening behind the scenes where like Nickelodeon executives are constantly being like, nope, no fun, no jokes. This has to be fucking gritty as hell, but also for babies. Iroh, was not good, so that's tough. Both in dialogue and in acting. Zuko was probably the best actor so far. Yeah, there's just nothing, like, they're not fun. There's no reason to care about any of these kids other than I already know that they're cool and fun. So that sucks. But it's fun enough to watch. Like, the world is expensive enough to watch. Everything happening outside of the characters is good enough that I'm excited for more. But as always, let me know in the comments what you thought of this down below. Let me know what your favorite bits from this video were. It helps me make TikToks, Instagram Reels, so and such. And I will see you guys next time.
Hold on to me, baby. Won't you come a little closer? Will I leave for now? I wrote down what you said to me, baby.